All right, guys, so one of my last videos, there was a comment said something to the effect of everybody hoarding buses or something like that. So I figured I'd show you that we don't just hoard them here. I posted up a couple videos on a 71 that we pulled out of a field in Montana, and here we go. It's heading out on the transport truck. Figured before it did, we'd do a quick walk around video on you and show you this bus. This thing is sat according to the registration. Let's walk around here and look at the plate again. I thought it was 10 years, but it's actually since 2010. So it's been sat in a field in Montana for at least 8 years. And honestly, we did a 10-cent carb rebuild on it. And when I say 10-cent carb rebuild, that's the 10-cent carb rebuild. Actually, it was already done. Essentially, I just wanted to get this thing running good enough. I actually sold it to a guy in Florida, and we sold it to him just as a non-runner. And then the shipping companies all basically, wanted a lot of money for a non-op. And so I told him, well, look, let me see if I can get it fired up. So essentially, all we did was set the timing. I blew a little bit of carb cleaner through the carburetor, did some carb adjustments on it, and I mean, it literally fired right up. Let me walk around here and fire it up. Did have to get a key made for it as well, because it didn't have a key. So I wish I could tell you that I did all kinds of crazy wizardry on it to make it run like Musty One does, but honestly, this thing was pretty easy to fire up. I haven't really driven it yet just because the tires are completely dry rotten on it, but pretty good little runner, really. It's a little, it's got a little bit of rust. You can see in the rockers here. Rockers are a little rusty. They're not completely rotted out. It's actually going to Florida, and by Florida standards, this is probably a pretty dry bus. Little rust in the floor. Interior's kind of mismatch. Got some seat covers. I mean, it's just kind of a crusty old bus, but pretty much all there. Was actually a deluxe bus that then had a Westfalia camper kit put in it. It's kind of a unique little camper. It's part Westfalia and part homemade jobber. This is obviously all homemade here. In the back, it's got the headache cabinet, Westfalia rock and roll seat. It's even got a luggable loo, or whatever you want to call it there. Kind of a cool little dual burner stove under this seat. This is kind of unique. Little sink under here, cabinet. It's got this little bracket here that folds out so that this stays level when you fold it out. Down here in this lower track where they typically rust out, it's all pretty solid, but the outer rocker itself is a little rusty. Let's look at the front floor on this side. Little rusty, but not completely gone. So that's it, just a quick little walk around video on this 71. We're trying to break this horrible habit we have of hoarding buses. So decided to get rid of one, which means since we got rid of this one, we can probably go ahead and pick up, 2 or 3 more. That's the way it goes around here. We get rid of one, pick up 2 more projects. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.